Parish President remarks and report. Mr. Jewell.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Before I go into my report, I wanted to bring up Mr. Buddy Bowe to come speak about some changes over at the River Parish Tourist Commission.
Thank you, Mr. President, Madam Chair. This is the last time I will be addressing you guys from a tourism-related perspective. I'm Buddy Bowe, the official former Executive Director of the River Parish Tourist Commission, and I'm here to introduce my replacement. You guys don't need his introduction, so it's really an excuse for me to say thank you again and goodbye, but to thank you guys for the 3+ years of cooperation. There was an absolutely seamless support from St. Charles Parish across your administrative changes. And I'm just asking for you guys to do that same thing for the Tourism Commission so that, as you all know, this industry was on its knees during COVID. Flat on its face. It's going to come back strong. It's starting to rebound around the world. I think the fall is going to be really strong for South Louisiana and New Orleans for tourism and hospitality. We lost a few restaurants, but there will be more opening back up. But the support of the 3 governments of the regional entity is key. And we did the hard work when travel stopped. And you guys know that. Many of you attended our announcements, the ribbon cuttings, the Ondewee cutting of the Ondewee Trail. We did all of that work. We had the reserves. We spent the money. Our board, your 3 board members were unanimous in their support. Mr. Garrett Monty, Mr. Ricardo Smith, Mr. Tracy Smith, of all of those investments, of the 1811 Slave Revolt Trail, New Orleans Swamp Country, the Ondewee Trail, the Headwaters Project, and the biggest was our brand change. And you guys remember that. We changed to Louisiana's River Parishes. All of that was to set up this region to really knock it out of the park once travel resumed. And I think we're there. And so I'm just going to ask you guys to support Mr. Robicheaux the way you all supported me and my team. The organization is in a different place than 3.5 years ago when I became the executive director, and that was through cooperation, that was through the support. And then I'm going to put a personal hat on and thank you guys for being a really good government. Your Economic Development Department and Planning and Zoning Department have helped me and my business partner open or prepare to open a restaurant in Luling come August. It'll be called Santos. It's going to open on Highway 90. We're looking forward to it. All of you will get the invitation to the ribbon cutting and the VIP event. And I've told Jay on my way out that I'm becoming a stakeholder now in the tourism and hospitality industry. And so I need the organization and him and the whole destination to succeed in the industry. So again, thank you all. It's been a true pleasure. It's nice to be back at the podium again, but on the way out again. And I'm sure I'll be back just supporting and being here as a stakeholder and business owner in St. Charles Parish. It's been a true pleasure. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jay Robicheaux, school board member of St. Charles Parish, but also executive director of the River Parish Tourist Commission.
So before I say what I really want to say, I do have to throw out something. The difference between Buddy and I'm going to be quick. And when I come do a presentation, I say it's going to be quick. It's actually going to be quick. Right, Buddy? Yep. So anyway, I want to thank Buddy first for building such an organization of the staff he has and what he's done and how he's kept it in such a great place during COVID where it really could have and should have fallen apart. So I really want to thank Buddy again for building what he has and for really taking care of something that he's handing now to me. So the ones who don't know me up here, who I don't see anybody who really doesn't, I don't know if I know Mr. Dufresne too well, but the rest of you I know pretty well. My name's Jay Robicheaux, born and raised in a great, huge town of Norco, Louisiana. I graduated from the best high school in the parish, the flagship high school. There's only one person I'm going after on that, by the way. Then I went to Nicholls State University. I spent a 20-year career in insurance. Then I went for the last 3 years in Baton Rouge with a consulting firm, traveling the state, working with economic development partners of ours, bragging about St. Charles Parish. So about 6 months ago when Buddy decided to depart this position, I really want to throw my name in the hat because I've been selling St. Charles Parish and the River Parishes most of my life. It's my passion. It's where I live. everybody who knows me knows that I fight for St. Charles Parish, and I got to learn how to say the river parishes, and not just St. Charles Parish, but the river parishes. I fight for the river parishes and love the river parishes. So hopefully, this is my future. This is something I plan to be at till I retire. Everyone said you should love what you do, and you don't work a day in your life. Well, no offense, Mr. Gibbs, but I worked in insurance for 20 years. Now I finally found something I really love and I'm passionate about, and hopefully I'm here for the rest of my life. So I have to get to a committee meeting down the street that I just drove very fast down River Road to get here. Any questions, though?
Ms. Perrier.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Not a Wildcat question.
Before I speak to you, I've got to speak to Buddy. Buddy has kind of become known as a fixer. He's done some things that we thought weren't possible. Our tourism commission had so much untapped potential, and it was such a diamond in the rough, and Buddy came in and really shined us up and rebranded us and put us in a much better place, even through a pandemic. So I have to commend Buddy for bringing us to where we are now. I'm very proud of what our tourism commission is now. I think we are definitely an organization to be looked at statewide, if not nationally. And I feel very confident that what I know of you, Mr. Robicheaux, you're going to, keep it up and I'm sure put your own spin on things and give us all something to continue to be proud of. So we're great in the river parishes, and we have a lot to offer, and tourism is a big piece of that I think people are starting to notice. So glad to have you aboard.
And what I said at the other to the other councils, my dad always said you're only successful if you leave a place better than you got there. And I think Buddy can attest to that. He is leaving this place better than when he got here. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, Jay, and thank you, Buddy, for all you've done for the River Parish Tourist Commission. Look forward to your new eatery in Luling in August. All right. Just a recap of Tropical Storm Claudette. Claudette made landfall on Saturday. We were really spared the majority of the weather. Our folks, we probably received a little over an inch of rain, maybe an inch and a half in some spots. But our folks, our neighbors over in Slidell, received as much as 9 inches of rain. And you can see from that picture, it's just a very sharp cutoff on where all that weather was. Obviously, it was very lopsided with the amount of dry air and shear that was coming in from the west. If it would have been a hurricane, it would have been probably a different story, because you can see that center line track is right coming through St. Charles Parish. So, again, we were very lucky, and wanted to thank Public Works, Wastewater, Waterworks for all they did to help us prepare for the storm. To our residents, we want to keep you updated on weather events like this. And we've listened to what you've been saying over the last year about weather alerts. We know last year was not the year for to not receive weather alerts, but we know a lot of you received weather alerts that you didn't want to receive. So we started a new weather alert system. I've talked about this before. It's called SCP Alerts. It's specifically for events like this for our residents to stay prepared ahead of time. There's 2 ways to sign up. You can go online at www.scpemergencyalerts.com. And the benefit of doing it this way is it allows you to customize which alerts you receive and when you receive them. So if you don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night with a flash flood watch or some other alert, you will not receive that alert. Obviously, if there's something life-threatening, you're going to receive an alert no matter what. But you can also text SCP Alerts to 888-777 to sign up, and this will give you messages from the National Weather Service. If you were around today, if you had signed up already, you probably received a couple of alerts today, this afternoon, right before the council meeting. But regardless of how you sign up, again, if there's an imminent threat to life, we are going to get you that message no matter what. Again, www.scpemergencyalerts.com or SCP Alerts to 888-777. July 3rd is Independence Day. well, it's not Independence Day, but it's when we're celebrating Independence Day with our fireworks show. Our annual Independence Day celebration is almost here. Everyone is invited to the West Bank Bridge Park on Saturday, July 3rd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for our fireworks, food, and fun. We'll have Groovy 7 perform leading up to the fireworks spectacular at 9. And then we will have a various group of local nonprofit organizations who will sell food and drinks. This includes everything from pasta to popcorn to corn dogs, french fries, watermelon, and more. We're going to play a little video here.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. St. Charles Parish's Independence Day celebration is back and better than ever. This year's event will take place at the West Bank Bridge Park starting at 6 p.m. Vendors will be on site to provide food and beverages, and the entertainment for the evening will come from the Groovy 7. So come out for the fun. Come out for the festivities. And of course, come out for the fireworks. So come take part in the 31st Annual St. Charles Parish Independence Day celebration. That's July 3rd from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the West Bank Bridge Park in Luling. Don't miss it.
All right. Again, there'll be there will be reserved parking for veterans and for our folks at home listening. That will be first come, first serve. But we wanted to do something special to honor our veterans. But speaking of veterans, we did have our Veterans Memorial groundbreaking a couple weeks ago. It was an honor to see all of our veterans who showed up to be there and break ground on the Veterans Memorial Plaza. I'd like to thank Phillips 66 for their generous donation to the Plaza of $100,000. And we're excited to see what this monument and this place of memorial will be for our residents here in St. Charles Parish. And to quote Mr. Nicky Dufresne, we believe will be the most important piece of land in the parish. We're going to work with the VFW to sell bricks, and we've been in communication with them. All of that will go through the VFW, but we'll work closely with them to put the bricks at the St. Charles Parish Veterans Plaza. So we look forward to when we can get that going as well. And we think that's going to be good for our VFW and for our Memorial Plaza as well. The West Bank Trailhead is starting to come up and take shape now that the river has gone down and work has been able to recommence there. You can see the gazebo starting to take form. Concrete has been poured. And with the river low again, we're able to make significant progress there. So we look forward to when that site opens. If you've passed by, they've poured the slab under the gazebo, and it looks like just the only thing left to pour is the actual parking lot as they finished up the curbing at the end of last week. Summer food, again, I'll just announce this. Our summer food service runs Monday through Thursday from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. until July 15th at St. Rose Elementary School and Carver Early Learning Center in Hahnville. There is no registration or fee required. All kids under 18 or with special individuals who attend a state-accredited school may stop in to receive a nutritious sit-down meal. For more information, please call our Department of Community Services at 985-764-7944. On Wednesday, June 23rd at 7 p.m., country duo Pryor and Lee will perform a virtual concert to benefit more than 130 humane organizations, including our very own St. Charles Parish Animal Shelter. Those wanting to view the concert should go to facebook.com/SCP Animal Shelter Wednesday at 7 p.m. to watch the virtual concert. Hurricane Conference Awards. Our St. Charles Parish EOC and Public Information Office received an Outstanding Achievement Award at the National Hurricane Conference for the creation and implementation of Charlie and His Preparedness Pals. Using an activity book, Charlie and his pals were able to teach kids about the things they and their families can do to be better prepared for natural disasters, including hurricanes, tornadoes, and freeze events. This project was led by former Public Information Specialist Adrian Bourgeois, Multimedia Coordinator Justin Robert, and Emergency Coordinator Steve Sermon. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Shell, Norco, and the United Way for assisting in making this project come to life. For job openings, we are looking for a shop mechanic helper and an equipment operator 1. as well as a wastewater tech number 2. To apply for this, please visit our website, www.stcharlesparish-la.gov, and click Employment. Public Works projects. Public Works crews are currently cleaning ditches along St. Rose Avenue. Ms. Belloc, this is something we talked about with the resident when we went and visited Turtle Creek. So we hope that'll help get some drainage going through that area. Over on River Oaks Drive, we've talked about this project several times. This is in Ms. Gordon's district. This is a rear servitude upgrading of pipes. It looks really messy in these photos, but they're making progress. Every time it rains, they do have to let that ground dry out, or they're just going to make an even bigger mess. But you can see the old corrugated pipe they're pulling out on the left-hand side, and they're upgrading that pipe size and putting in a plastic corrugated pipe that won't rot. Lastly, we had some safety training. Our public works crews participated in what we call traffic flagger course to keep our residents and workers safe when we're working on projects in the road or near the road. Our Office of Risk Management will also be hosting a chainsaw training on Thursday as we continue to implement safety culture in our workplace. And that is it for me.